offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. 15. Four down.
On first down, Smith. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. From the 50, it's Smith. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to throw, Smith, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Kyle Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Smith now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 7 yards. The pickup on the pitch and catch.
On.
Now they try the right side here. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Smith escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Let's go. 15.
On 1st and 10, Smith under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Williams breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw on second down is Smith. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Smith now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Smith on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Smith. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On second down, here's Smith. Flush to his right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. First throw now for the backup Allen. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he has landed on hard. Ryan Kerrigan able to drop him for a loss of 4. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll try and run some clock now with McCoy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now Allen. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he goes back with one complete. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a 1st down. time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another run. This time it's Ivory. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Allen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The 40. He's at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson in the final minute. And the Redskins are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion. He's back to throw. And he's got it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And now out come the Bills. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Hurry up, here we go!
Allen to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Back to throw. Allen. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Smith. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Phillip Gaines there defensively. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Now Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw of overtime for Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
15.
Here's Smith now on second down. Flushed out right. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Trent Murphy able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Hey, on.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Past the 20. They give him a gain of 37. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be the big play. Short pass turned into a long run. Maybe that's the play that they needed to spring a victory.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles.